Okay, welcome to a gold elo cast. You'll have to forgive me if I sound out of breath. I just got back from shoveling the snow. After Christmas time, lots of snow has piled up. So it'll take me a while to recover. It's an exhausting effort. I don't work out much. I'm scrawny. It's gonna be a gold elo game played in solo duo queue, but this is casted particularly from a solo queue game. The matchups are thus it's going to be Illaoi top against Ornn, Amumu jungling against the Master E, Malzahar mid against Anivia, Jinx Xerath going up against Lucian, and surprisingly a Shaco support. Not too out of the box in terms of unorthodox support skill, but definitely less seen. Can be terrifyingly effective given the right situations. We'll see where it leads. That's going to be an unchecked box being placed in. Nobody knows what's up. Nobody's sitting in a bush. A classic mistake. That's going to cause the Amumu to flash over. Multiple summoners being followed up. Master E claims that first blood. That's going to give him a nice 400 gold edge. But unfortunately, I don't think he'll make it back home in time to spend it. Oh, he's recalling anyway. Blue team pings assist on their red buff, believing it to be in danger. But oh wait, they're staying? Oh, please don't stay. Yes, good. Walk back to your buff. You are not going to make it home in time to spend the gold. Blue team clears the box. Do they trip the second one? Yes, they do. But honestly, that actually does help out the Shaco other than Jinx getting like 20 gold. Yeah, 20 gold. That does help the Shaco a bit. He gets some more money on the spell thieves. Overall, the gold distribution looks like this. Red team heads off to a slight gold lead thanks to that cheese first blood that they claimed. But 2 minutes in, the game will continue on as normal, all things considered. The only thing is Shaco gets some early poke with his boxes. He is going to sit in the brush, make sure that every brush from bot lane is completely uninhabitable. And the game will play on like this. Oh, that's an interesting choice. Jinx immediately goes back and swaps with sweepers. And that's going to disable a box. Although using it this early on is not necessarily something I agree with, and the ADC picking it up, also not something I necessarily agree with. You want your support to be the one dedicating time to clear the boxes, because the ADC needs to farm to control the wave, and to trade. Not to mention with only a single sweeper and no pinks, its viability is hugely in question here, especially using the first sweeper so early on. In the next minute or so, if something massive breaks out, that's gonna be down one sweeper when you might actually really need it. But 3 minutes in, it's just going to be a nice laning fade. Xerath is out of mana, but that's no problem for him. He can gain it all back with his passive. Illaoi grabs the spirit on Ornn. They're trading quite evenly up top until this happens. Illaoi E is quite an unfair ability in lane. Almost impossible for any top laner to win a fight under their own ghost. Especially when an Illaoi is slapping it. Xerath tanks a tower shot here, but he's gonna be fine for the most part. 3.5 minutes in, Shaco deceives and stands still for the ultimate juke. Jinx is up to quite a hefty CS lead, and the immediate sweep comes out yet again, using that sweeper's on cooldown to disable as many boxes as she can. Although really, in a real combat situation, where Shaco actually gets to place boxes, and they don't get disabled in time. Cringe, Amumu says. I don't know what happened. Was there a scuttle fight? Seems like a scuttle fight. Ooh, massive assist pings going down here at mid lane. They know Master E's position, but they really want to secure this scuttle. But it's going to be an out of mana Xerath. He gets a little bit of a back. I'm going to start hitting the scuttle. Master E hits the Squire's Bloom. He knows exactly what's going on here. The correct choice is to obviously not dive into the 1v3, so he does not. Going to farm up his jungle instead. Master E, wow, brings 3 teammates to do scuttle with you. Cringe. Although to be honest, bot lane is sorry, I need to do. Ah, yes. The overuse of the word cringe. Maybe learn harder champs. Well, I don't think you can claim that while playing Amumu. I was on your side until that happened. Oh God. Sorry, you're also so readable magazine. Mumu is saying that he can read Master Yi like a magazine. Not even a book. That's like a step down from being a book. Books don't have pictures. Well, real books don't have pictures. Magazines do. I'm auto-filled. You can see the two junglers here already getting into a very early feud about who has the bigger EP. And at least stat-wise, Master Yi is coming out ahead in the head-to-head matchup. Literally, because he has more money. Not too sure about the EP in part, because Mumu has typed more words. So typing more words means that you're more ahead on the mental game. Can you do math or what? Oh, Lucian, very close to getting solo kill there. I'm pretty sure that was a lethal zap if it did hit. Shaco's gonna tank a few more shots. He's going to deceive out. He'll be perfectly fine. I'll be honest here. Red team's bot lane, they're not pulling their weight. The Xerath poke, probably a bit too much for them. Oh my god, that forced the flash out of the Shaco and he gets stunned! That's gonna be a Lucian's... Oh my goodness, Lucian healed as well. And he missed the cannon. Oh lord. Wow, the bot lane is going from bad to worse. I hate poke supports as much as the next guy. This is excessively bad here. Shaco and Lucian, they're just not finding any windows to do all-ins or find trays. They're just getting poked over and over. It's not working well for them. Now they are going to be heading to Drake thanks to their laning advantage. Master Yi gonna be first to the pit. He's level 6 to a Mumu's 4? Whoa, he is so ahead, and that might be a dead mummy. No, he flashes over, but that means the pit has been totally abandoned, and the Jinx is left in the 1v3 situation. Can she kill the Lucian? No, they're both standing still, auto-attacking each other. That looks so bad, but it doesn't even matter, because the team fight goes the way of blue team. No, red team, I mean. Blue team loses huge. And that's a really nice way to throw away all of the laning leads you've accrued. Readable, by the way. That's a really nice way to throw all of your laning advantages. Just take a really terrible dragon fight, your whole bot lane dies, and the enemy team gets a Drake. Free. Very, very free victory here by red team. I was so surprised that Master Yi has a 2-level lead on the Amumu. What's the Amumu been doing? He went back and bought tier 2 boots first? And he's level 4. Master Yi's about to hit 7 now. This is definitely not a very effective mummy jungle coming out here, I have to say. Master Yi now doubling the mummy CS. Perhaps the Amumu did type a bit too much. One of those players where your WPM is higher than your APM. And that is no bueno in the game of League of Legends, which is also a game that doesn't require that much APM. If you're playing RTS games, sure, you need a lot of APM to be effective and efficient and fast at a high level. If you're playing a game like Dota, where you are actually in control of multiple units, and there's actually an APM display on Dota, and yeah, like 100, 200 APM would be amazing for a top tier player. On League, you don't need that much APM. You need like... minusing all the right click spam, you need maybe 90 to 100 APM to really play at as best you can, essentially. Actually, that's not true. Maybe 100 to 150 would be the normal benchmark. Most people can type at 100 to 150 words per minute, but clearly the Amumu can. So, but his actual APM in game quite low. He's only farmed 10 jungle camps, died once, given up Drake 9 minutes in. He's taken about a camp a minute. Slightly more than that, but that's very, very poor efficiency coming out from the mummy. He's going to get smacked here by the blue buff. Rushing tier 2 boots is also really bad, by the way. Unless you can justify it, that's going to be a solo kill going over the way of Jinx. The rocket that was completely unexpected by Lucian, gonna catch him off guard. That might be an autofill Lucian as well. Malzahar going for the silence on the Anivia, but here's the Highlander. The Master Yi is running in. Does the Malzahar have ultimate? Maybe he does. Flash in, one auto. He will get it. The puke was too slow. Nether Grasp goes on cooldown. And Master Yi takes a kill. When Master Yi gets going, it's definitely a very terrifying prospect to be up against. Oh, tight dodge. Another tight dodge, and the Shaco kills himself by walking back in. You know, after juking, you should really just run the other way. But that's going to be a shutdown going away to their ass. Blue team spot lane finding a sign of life back into the game. They both get a kill each. Jinx is also over 30 CS ahead of the Lucian, almost 40 now. So really, that's equalizing most of the gold. Red team is definitely still ahead because this jungle matchup is so lopsided. Master Yi is sitting on 2200 gold. Recall, my dude. But you can see a Jinx definitely very rich. Xerath definitely very rich. Combined roughly 1600 gold on top of their opponents in lane. So that's definitely a very big laning deficit here. Oh, Lucian, he's hitting the wrong target. Go for the Xerath. But the Zap is gonna miss. The rocket will not. The shift does not come out in time. And Jinx gets a Night Shield, just run away, being excited and all that. The shift will snipe its mark. Hits the Xerath onto the back. Now here comes the Master E. He's going in hard. The Alpha Strike comes out. There's the killing spree. Now he just needs one more kill to go to domination. But Ornn, he's been vesseled up. He's taking so much damage. He needs to get out. Can the Master E spin around? No. Flash trade for flash. Hacking Xerath OP. You're an idiot. You're hacking, dude. Don't you? What? Is that what's going on? Does Lucian think this Xerath is scripting? What? I mean, this is clearly not a scripter. I've played against better Xeraths. Like sure, he's effective in lane. He's doing a lot of poke and he's annoying, but he's definitely not scripting. That's not the scoreline, nor the performance, nor the gold, nor the DPM, damage per minute, of a Xerath that should be scripting. I have no disrespect to this particular Xerath player, but I played against better Xeraths almost every day that I faced Xerath. He's definitely not the best. He's done okay in lane. But to say that he's hacking is definitely a sign of extreme salt coming out from the Lucian. And here comes the barrage, not going to hit. Master Yi is gonna get poked up. Is this gonna be a shutdown? He's meditating to buy some time. No, it will not be enough. The Lucian gonna get a kill back, but Xerath walks away with a double. This might be a dragon secured by blue team. Master Yi is dead, and Nivea cannot help. Glacial Storm goes down with a trade back. That Icicle did like no damage. What the heck? She's gonna get chased down here by a Jinx. Not the smartest idea. The Illaoi going for a smack under the turret. That might be a terrible idea here. She will take a lot of damage back. Ornn does not get put into vessel mode because the spirit was not killed in time. But that is a huge deficit on the top lane, and blue team, they've taken a gold lead. The Master Yi does have his Kraken Slayer complete. So 4 mythics on the board now. Liandry's, then 2 Krakens and a Ludens. Across 10 players. Now interestingly, Ornn rushed tier 2 boots. I presume he thinks that he needs it to survive against the Illaoi, but at this point I actually don't necessarily agree with that. It's not getting in or out that's a problem. If Illaoi pulls your soul, you're pretty screwed anyway. She should have a definite laning advantage against the Ornn, but she shouldn't have so big of an advantage that the CS looks this lopsided. It's just not gonna happen. Illaoi goes for another slam onto the Ornn, gonna chunk out more of his health. That's 50 CS lead now. 40 CS lead up bot, 50 CS lead up top, and really it's just a jungler here not pulling his weight. Even the Malzahar is somewhat holding even. Here comes the Master E for another attempt, the easiest kill of all time. Or was it? Because the tentacles does come down and this hits the Ornn straight in the face, and that's gonna be a 1-for-1 trade. Ah yes. Ornn super underestimating just how much damage Illaoi can put out when he's been ghosted. And Jinx plus Illaoi both now eclipsing 100 CS, while the remaining counterparts is definitely struggling. Those are not the CS scores that you should be aspiring towards. Perfectly even gold game. 7-9. No towers taken. Barely any plates taken as well. This has been a very passive game, all things considered. It's one of those games where things and the general pacing is incredibly slow. And we'll see where it goes. Malzahar does have his ultimate. Someone keeps pinging it. I think he keeps pinging it himself for absolutely no reason. Is he calling for a gank, perhaps? But I don't think the Amumu can really do anything in this particular... Oh my god, he's still pinging. He has Flash Ultimate. Where's the Amumu? And there it is! There's the Flash Ultimate! He used it at the wrong time, by the way. The mini-wave came in, so the bandage shots cannot come in. So that's going to be a very awkward use of Flash Ult. Really, you should be using when the Anime is on the other side, so that doesn't happen. Amumu has no way of bandage tossing through that mini-wave. And at least hope for Amumu's sake that Malzahar realized that he was the one who screwed that up, instead of flaming the Amumu for no reason. Because it's definitely him being a bit overzealous there. Definitely Amumu could have bandage tossed to a minion, flashed in and ulted. But then you run out of CC and I don't think the Anemia dies to the rest of your damage. So it was a poor engage started by the Malzahar. We'll leave it at that. However, blue team, they're actually climbing out into a gold lead situation. They are getting pretty rich now, mostly just because of top and bot making it happen. And there's the Amumu ultimate. There's some anti-synergy here. The chains from Xerath does not land. And Master Yi commits a flash, he'll be out of there. The box does connect in time. It won't be disabled. Blast Cone gets killed. 4 man from blue team out of red team's jungle successfully. They don't find a kill, but they might find a successful siege here. Unless Anivia comes in and presses R on the wave. And really, this game is bot lane and top lane here for red team. They're just not pulling their weight. They are so far behind for essentially no reason. Plus Lucian thinks that Xerath is hacking, so that's really not too much of a confidence vote in his individual skill. If you think that this Xerath is hacking, I got some bad news for you. Anime is gonna get egged up by the Xerath from long range. Master Yi runs in, slightly awkward. He's gonna be CC down, taking a lot of damage. The Alpha Strike comes in, but he might die thinking the Alpha. No, he will survive. He tanks out the rocket as well. He's still meditating us through. He is alive. What a Christmas miracle. Cloud Drake is up. They've killed off Malzahar. Malzahar has no ultimate. Neither does the Jinx. They deploy Herald down as a distraction. That's going to keep the Xerath in mid. And with that, they're headed to Drake. They take that turret. Amumu's on the other side of the wall. He has a flash. He has a smite. He's ready to steal it. Oh, if he steals this, the trash talk will be immense. Nope. Red team secures it. He doesn't even banish us over. He doesn't get to trash talk too much. When he doesn't do anything, just watches as red team takes the dragon away. Xerath going for some snipes onto the Shaco. I see his health bar on the side. Dropping very low. I believe the last shot didn't miss him. That saved his life. The box trips onto the Jinx, and here comes the Master Yi. Excellent target selection, going for the Xerath. That is the correct choice. Highlander gets extended. Can he go after the Jinx? No, Jinx goes for the flash out. She is fine, and getting out of there without any further danger. They will drop the Xerath behind, and he will be killed off. Definitely a power player. I dare say that he's probably the second strongest character on his team right now, first being the Jinx. And the gold doesn't tell too much of a story, but he is richer than the Jinx. Not the Jinx. He is richer than the Malzahar, albeit only by a little bit. Alawi, on the other hand, is still definitely getting up there. She has a Grower Drinker. She's going back for a massive shopping spree. Picks up a pickaxe and a ruby crystal and a ward. And teleporting back top immediately. She's definitely very strong. She's very close to Flame Horizon the Ornn. Because this lane left unchecked just means Ornn loses money over time. Because he's not gaining them as fast as he can. You can see it's 19.5 minutes in. Ornn is not even remotely close to Bonnie's. He's gonna be level 14 with no mythic to upgrade. That's how slow his income is. And that's such a very rare sight. To be at such a high level, but not even have one item complete. I say that, at the same time he does pick up Sunfire Aegis. He recalled to build that, instead of just building in a lane and continue to soak on more gold and EXP. Although I shouldn't say that, I think Ilaoi could easily dive and kill him. But it's not doing him any favors in terms of the CS deficit. He is so incredibly poor, it's not even funny. Shaco's gonna come in, here comes the Alawi. Tentacle out, but Shaco has no chance. He's gonna be killed off here, 20 minutes in. Roughly a minute per kill. So in terms of most league games go, pretty slow paced for a gold elo game. Oh, Master Yi going to spot out the Alawi, but is this a fight you really want to take? Apparently yes. Actually, he's surprisingly... Nope, not fine. Staying to hit the word is a terrible, terrible idea. Just keep running. You do not need to kill that word right away. You're still a vessel. Get out of the tentacles first. Definitely an overstay on the Master Yi's part. Once you get the kill, just run away with Highlander. Don't stay to hit a word. You will die. So that's charging up the Arcano Pulse. They're still sieging mid. This feels like it's been going on for like 5 minutes now. There's always somebody... There's always multiple people from blue team sitting in mid lane, chipping away at this tower. Zeraz is just winding up endless Arcano Pulses to send down. He's going to leash the Raptors over, just to be a bit more of an annoyance. Warren is going to walk out and decide to immediately recall. Because he doesn't have any way to get money. Now speaking of things that tilts players, the one thing that tilts me a lot as a top laner, now maybe tilt is the wrong word. The one thing that kind of takes me out of the game, not because of like mentally, just a clear sign that I acknowledge going like, oh wow, this game is going awfully. Oh wow, that's a lot of CC. They do chain down the Master Yi and kill him off. Roughly a minute before Dragon spawns, Master Yi will be up with 20 seconds left to spare on the Dragon timer. But if blue team is quick to draw, 20 seconds of respawn is not enough time to secure that Drake. You do want to be at the pit 20 seconds ahead of time. But back to my original point, one thing that kind of takes me out of the game, one thing that makes me consciously go, oh wait, I'm doing this, that's really bad. Like this game is not going well. As a top laner, is when I recall, buy something, walk out, and finding no other place I could be, just recalls again. It's a clear sign that you just don't have that much of the map to play around in, which is a fatal thing for a top laner. It's not safe for you to exert pressure anywhere, no income to grab, no team fight to start, no pick to make. It's symptomatic of poor vision, or poor map control, or just very behind. Well, it's true for anyone, especially so as a top laner, where you just walk out and just, oh, I have nothing to do, might as well recall. The other thing with Ornn is, because you're a champion that can build items anywhere, always leave lane with consumables. Leave base with consumables. Keep 2 pinks on you. If you're a few hundred gold short of making an item, just go out, farm a wave, and build it. There's no reason for you to ever leave lane without wards. Wards are so important as an Ornn. Zeraz says, ha! After a pretty miraculous snipe here on the Lucian. Again, not scripting, just a pretty average player. But the fact that Lucian thinks that he's scripting is a bit of a... definitely interesting, to say the least. But as game goes on, I think it's very clear that blue team is winning the game. If the game continues on in this trend, red team are just too behind. Their bot lane is very barely catching up, but it's not getting any better. Surrender team pops for red team. I think Lucian started that. I'm gonna take bets. I think Lucian started that vote. But Ornn is still barely awake getting Flame Horizon, but that's a terrible sign for an Ornn to be in. He's not even remotely close to Thormail, and that's his second item, by the way. But if I was the Ornn, I would, this game, as soon as you hit 15, upgrade Kraken Slayer on Master Yi, and then upgrade the Liandry's. And then when Lucian and Shaco prove themselves, you do their upgrades. Master Yi is going to get caught yet again. Just a very bad look here. Against so much CC, he can't afford to be just out there willy-nilly. He's going to pick up 2SS to try to ward it off, but the Alawi's in the back. She's popped the ultimate, but she has been fear backed by a box, which means that dive was a suicide. It's gonna be a 1-for-1 so far, and then flashes in for the Glacial Storm, but it's not gonna be enough. She gets egged up, but can they protect the egg before it hatches again? It may be enough. Amumu's running away. Lucian flashes in for the kill. He's gonna get it, and here comes Malzahar. He's in the middle of 4 people. How do you even get there? And that's gonna be 3 dead bodies for 1. We're 3 for 0 because Master Yi wasn't in the team fight at all. Although some might say that team fight went so bad because Amumu committed ultimate early on against the Master Yi. They pulled off such a terrible fight. Alawi, their strongest team fight force, when they don't have a Mumu ultimate, just dove the tower and died to all the CC. And the rest of them just couldn't make anything happen. Nivea going to farm up the jungle. She's going to get the Scuttle Crab. It's gonna expire way before Dragon spawns, but it's gonna be Dragon number 5 on the table. Master Yi going to look for a pick. Does he have enough? Oh, he might actually do, but he might want to give up here. Wait, no, never mind. Oh, allow me miss the ultimate! Disaster! Master Yi gets that double kill. I was beginning to think he couldn't take the Alawi, because you know, if Alawi grabs his soul and presses R, he dies, but Alawi did none of those. And she ulted with nobody around her, because Alpha Strike takes Master Yi out of the game, briefly. So that's gonna be a huge loss here for blue team. Just no reason for them to have ever made that play. Malzahar for some reason just decided to also not press R. He might not have had it at the time, I'm not sure. But he didn't even try to ult Master Yi or to hold him down. Warren is going to hum away, crafting Liandry's Lament for the Anivia. Not upgrading the Kraken Slayer immediately. It's gonna be interesting. Master Yi probably needs that damage up right now. A bit more than Liandry's on Anivia, I say. Although Anivia is very critical in red team's ability to not lose the game, because she can just dispel any siege with relative ease. So more power to her is definitely not incorrect, but at this rate, Warren with basically no income, he's gaining levels so slowly that getting the next mythic upgrade is going to be a once in a blue moon kind of event. Dragon is spawning in 24. Probably not the best time to be wherever the hell else on the map. Everybody should be heading towards it. There it is. Worm Fallen Sacrifice completed on the Master Yi. Kraken is not a worm. So basically Kraken Slayer turns into a Dragon Slayer because it's a Worm Fallen Sacrifice. Dragons are technically not worms either. Dragons are their own class of mystical creatures. I'm never sure where worms belong on the mythical scale. It's not a wyvern and it's not a dragon. It's basically a giant lizard. Giant draconic lizard, I say. The dragon is still being started by the Amumu. The entire blue team is playing Protect. Master Yi is walking in 1v4 once again. Alawi slams the ground into nothing. She is terrible at timing this thing. Alawi Yi will also miss, and here comes the Master Yi. He's intending to go in. The QSS comes out. He dodges out the bombing out, but it's not going to be enough. Malefic Vigilance from Malzahar kills him off. Red team was not willing to commit to that fight, but only Master Yi was, so he just dives in. He doesn't get the dragon. And blue team actually walks away with a 3-for-1 victory on top of being at soul point. Definitely a huge miscommunication there. The entire red team just was not collapsing. "29.5 minutes in. It's still despite the game technically being even, although blue team is still very ahead. It's a very boring game so far. Nothing too exciting has happened. No explosive team fights, no back and forth. It's just been both teams farming it out and one team never quite realizing that they're not getting money as fast as the enemy team. Although the gold, you can almost say the gold is even, or at least red team is only 1,000 gold behind because Warren Masterwork items provide a lot of gold value that's not being reflected on the overall gold diff graph. Each masterwork is valued at roughly 800 to 1000 gold in terms of raw stats. So it's definitely a very substantial upgrade. But at this present moment, I don't think those stats are enough to make up the deficit across the map. Master Yi is just gonna die again. He does get the QSS, but he won't prevent the follow-up CC. Tentacles slam him down immediately. He's gotta stop picking these kinds of fights. He's not bulletproof and he cannot one-shot. And Nivea might be in some trouble here. The Eye of the Storm comes out. It slows her a bit. She's gonna be fine for now. Is it really called the Eye of the Storm? It's been so long since I looked up Xerath's ability names, but here comes the Orhor! Oh! Like a truck, it runs over the Ornn. Not the Ornn, the Xerath. And that's gonna be a 1-for-1 so far. Anivia is very low. She shouldn't be staying here, honestly. Spirit gets grabbed away by the Alawi. Blue team loses their mid turret. Nobody's defending. They're still committing to the siege that can never ever work. Shaco going to deceive us. They're not going back still. Alawi's still trying to pick this impossible fight. Here comes the Amumu. He wants to make a bandage toss. No, he's gonna get feared away. Alawi flashes away. She gets walled out. That's a very, very unproductive minute or so for the Alawi, doing absolutely nothing with her life. Now they're just gonna back off. Not too much else to say. This is what I mean when I say the game's boring. It's 32 minutes in, and every time the camera pans to someone, they're hitting creeps. There's no major exciting item buys coming out either. Anivia's got this Anivia got the trifecta complete. The Liandry's Embrace Seraph. Now she's gonna get like Morellos or Rabadons to complement the rest of her build. This is gonna be a very long and boring Baron dance. Xerath is solo pushing bot lane, but can he divert enough attention to call people off the Baron? I don't think so. The more important prize is spawning. Dragon Soul is coming up. They will send people to deal with Xerath. He's still not left! He's still here, which means that... Oh wait, no, Anivia Q misses. It's not gonna be... It's not gonna matter. Master Yi kills off the Jinx at the same time. And the jungler is solo pushing top lane. While the Soul has spawned. But he's actually somehow gotten the Amumu to respawn. So that's now suddenly interesting because neither jungler is near the Dragon Pit. But red team has the position overall. And there it is, Master Yi, he's gonna QSS up, Amumu flashes in. No, he needs to kite and run, Amumu's gonna come in with the ultimate. Lucian opens up with the calling to try to dissuade the Amumu from coming in. That's gonna be flash down from the Amumu. And that's gonna be Dragon here for red team. Unless Amumu comes in for a steal of some sorts, but the Anivia is certainly chunking him out huge. Or it comes in for the catch, and the Amumu might be in trouble. Oh, the Aniv wall fails. Doesn't block the Amumu in, it separates the crowd instead. But Dragon number 7, a very rare sight generally, is going to be seen this game. Alawi, with only 2 tentacles, kills the Master E. And Xerath slightly out of range. He's going to start dunking as Ornn walks into it, but achieving basically nothing. Ornn on the other hand closing in an Abyssal Mask. Not an item I agrees with against champions with Despair and Malefic Visions, a lot of DOT, and my Andries definitely get Force of Nature instead. Sure, it's a worse Adapt of Helm, but It's still pretty solid MR item. 80 MR when fully stacked with 20% move speed is very solid. Lucian purchases a Malmolius. He's actually very poor now that I take a look at his inventory. He has basically no items. Ornn is also only level 16. He needs one more level to complete the rest of the mythic upgrades for his team. And he's left the Shaco for last. We're just going to be farming red team's jungle under their noses. Shaco's in a lot of trouble. He's going to flash out. And here comes the Master Yi going for yet another ham engage. He's been puked on. He doesn't have the QSS. No, he does. He used it wrong. He's been puked on for the whole fight, which means the Jinx kills him off. And now the rest of the team fight breaks out. A teleport is coming in. They need to kill as many people as they can. Malzahar's the next to fall. Here comes the Illaoi. She teleported on top of a box, and she's been driven to the side of the wall. Shaco is the next to die, but Anivia flashes in, takes down one with her, and now it's a 2-on-2. Unfortunately, Jinx is free hitting and Lucian is free running as he just cannot find any damage. And Mumu is here. Jinx is still chasing. Lucian has to flash away. The bandit shots will land, and that's going to be a 4-for-3 in favor of blue team. And honestly, it's a 4-for-3 after red team hugely misplaced by throwing away a Master Yi's life early on into the fight. But 36 minutes in, that's gonna be the first base tower that's been taken down this game. It's gonna go the way of blue team. Jinx kills off that tower. Do not overstay for this inhib if you value your life. Oh my god, she's overstaying for the inhib. Here comes the Ornn. Actually, it's not an overstay. It's just an Ornn. I stand corrected. Ornn has his ultimate up now. Not good enough to chase down survivors. Master Yi sure as hell is going for it. The randomness gets popped. Unfortunately, it does absolutely nothing against Highlander. He's just gonna be slowly slapped down as he quietly walks away and into the night. Baron Nashor is up. They killed the Mumu. Nice assist, Ornn. Psych! Now, I don't think you should be bragging about that after getting caught like that, but you do you. Why are you mad? Perhaps because he's autofilled. If I was to hazard a guess. Infinity Edge is purchased. E players are cringe vibes. Perhaps I'm getting too old, but I absolutely do not understand that sentence. My brain just refuses to parse it. I cannot make any sense of it. It's a game, get over it, kid. I mean, calling him kid is probably correct. I don't think any self-respecting adult over the age of 18 would use the phrase cringe vibes. You the most normie. Okay, yeah, there's no way this kid is over 18. Calling him kid is perhaps accurate. No self-respecting adult over the age of 16 types like this. Like, these are not the sentences and words that come out of the hands of a 16-year-old or older. Using kid in 2020. I mean, you're using normie and cringe vibes in 20... whatever. You're Biden's America. What does that even mean? Oh, here comes the Illaoi going in for another trade. She does so much damage with all those tentacles. But he's gonna be one kill for the Master Yi. Can he make it out in time? Yes, he can! Just by the skin of his teeth, the tentacles will not slam yet again, and Xerath has run out of bullets on the artillery. However, they expended a lot of resources, including one actual life, to kill the Illaoi. And they're completely out of position, which means, oh, Cloud Soul! I was gonna say Ocean Soul for a sec, they wish. Cloud Soul goes the way of blue team. Lyandra's Lament was also built about a minute prior. And we are officially in endgame territory with the next dragon being guaranteed to be Elder. And honestly, at the slow rate that this game has been playing out at, it's gonna be an Elder game. It's gonna be decided for whoever gets the Elder. And given the Mumu's propensity to be a bad player and Master Yi's propensity to go in 1v4, either team can make the throw. They need the junglers alive. The first jungler to die around the time when the critical Baron or Elder spawns is gonna be the team that will lose the game. Xerath ulting in a Worded Brush, also not a good look. He's gonna Zanya's up, but here comes the Orange Horn. It's gonna be a perfect angle. They send it down and completely whiffs everything. But Xerath is gonna be killed off here. Through his Zanya, through his flash. It wasn't enough to save him. Lucian needs to try to get the hell out. So does the Orange. This is the fallen disengage. The box is killed off. That fear might have been critical. The suppression comes down. Shaco's in so much trouble. He's revealed through all of the damage, and he's gonna be killed off. 25 to 28. Malzahar's ultimate back up in 30 seconds. 3 Cloud Souls, they're not a joke. Beautiful stun, caught out to the Illaoi, but the Illaoi has fangs, and she is going to bite back, tanking the Anivia to such critical health. She tanks a tentacle on the end as well. Now, if the Illaoi really wanted to, she could have just pressed R and had the tentacle slam the Anivia at ultra speed. That might have been enough for a kill, or to at least force an egg. Honestly, with 3 Cloud Drakes, you could probably justify that play because it will be up in time for the next fight. And also because this game is so passive that it's definitely going to be up before the next fight anyway. What is her ultimate cooldown right now? Leap of Faith, 32, and yeah, you can definitely have just ulted there. Actually, that's a surprisingly low ultimate cooldown. Oh my goodness. Yeah, if your ultimate cooldowns are so low, why are you still holding on to it? Just use it! Oh, Shaco blinks in, tanks the bandage toss, and that's gonna be a full-on disengage. Anivia gonna get caught. The chain stuns is here. The explosive rocket is out as well. Or it sounds the horn. Is the rest of the damage coming in? No, there is basically no damage. Master Yi is alpha striking into the back. He's killed the Jakes. There's no protection in the back. It's just the Illaoi in the front. She will kill the Illusion basically by rebound damage of something alone. But Master Yi is cleaning health, and he gets a pentakill. Completely unchecked champion. And he is going to go for Baron as well. Illaoi was so busy fighting all of Red Team that she didn't keep the tabs on Master Yi and his carry potential. He gets in, gets his glory moment, and walks away with a pentakill. And a Baron on top of that as well. He's gonna go ahead and take it. He's gone home, sold his Phantom Dancer for... what's he waiting on? He sold his Phantom Dancer and is now window shopping. He gets Wit's End. I'm not sure if that's an upgrade. It's more damage. But I would have thought he was going to go for GA. It is technically MR, it's more on hit, and it's okay. I would have replaced. I would have done GA. If GA broke, I would have picked up Wit's End. But I can also think of some other items that are probably better at this stage. Now the game, somehow at 43 minutes in, it is still dead even. Elder's going to be up in 90 seconds. Xerath has to be careful here. Master Yi flashes onto him. He's going to pop the Zanyas, but unfortunately that's a very dead Arcane Man. Smigik taken down in the Glacial Storm. With Baron and with a catch, instead of pushing the wave, Master Yi holding Baron buff chases after Illaoi instead. Which means that this push just completely falls flat before it begins. Lucian is splitting top. They have 2 active Baron buffs. And they're refusing to properly use either. Elder Dragon up in a minute. Master Yi is going to go top for some reason, instead of securing a position as Elder and winning the game. This is not a push that can work because the minions are so small, and you're going up as only 2 people, and you're pulling yourself away from the outer pit. The correct play was to definitely stay mid for one more wave. If that doesn't work out, immediately run to Elder. Now they realize, oh wait, Elder's up, and he's gonna reset with 20 seconds left. No, no. Instead of wasting those last 30 seconds, you should have just set up, you should have just backed if you needed to buy stuff. Definitely be an elder faster than that, although in the grand scheme of things, yes, it's bad practice. No, it doesn't matter because blue team is pigeonholed into their base anyway. Nope, Zerat's gonna flash away. He's carrying a Lyandra's debuff. Shaco deceives over, shivs him in the eye. And that's gonna take him down. There's no Zerat, no long range barrage, no artillery fire. Alaoi's in a lot of trouble. She's burning down. She turns around with a slap onto the clone. He's gonna be fine. Elder started. Ward is killed. There's no vision, no rocket. But blue team are forcing this re-engage. Can they make it into the pit? Alaoi flashes in! Too late! The Elder breathes on her and kills her off. Now, okay, you have Baron, you have Elder. Well, you don't have Baron anymore. Do something? Push? Don't do this. Chase? Don't chase. Oh god, he's dead. He stalls the recalls. Not sure if that was worth the life of the Orm, but he stalls the recalls. Mumu says cringe. And Nivea's egged. KK kid. Don't abbreviate that. And for some reason, that was not the end of the game. That could have been the end of the game, but it was not. Because the Orn decided to die. Is that the only word you know? Shaco was standing still, so he gets killed off. Master Yi gets killed off in the retreat as well. How the hell did that happen? I have no idea how Red Team managed to throw that, but they did. Now it's 47 minutes in. Rabadon's death caps is picked up by the Anivia. That's gonna be a full build bird, but they have a tough defense ahead of them. All 5 members of blue team alive. 3 members of red team alive. Pretty long respawn timer still, but they definitely don't need to overcommit for anything. They spot the Lucian! Artillery's opening up, he's falling very low, he flashes away, that's gonna be Lucian flash down. Rocket, not gonna hit. A teleport in is coming in from the Malzahar. GA gets popped. Lucian is caught. Amumu is here as well. They find another body. Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. They don't have an AD carry. Granted, he's done nothing but feed all game, but they don't have an AD carry. You're lucky you have a bot laner with a brain. I don't disagree with that. Can't hear you over E spamming Q to win. Now, was that assault directed at E or a Mumu? I can't tell. It definitely gets people very defensive to be called out for underperforming. You're lucky you're playing Master Yi in a broken season. This was over 25 minutes ago. I mean, oh my god, what? Zerat's killed the Anivia? How? She had Zayas. She just died. Oh, suddenly this game is not so certain. Maybe 1 or 2 more deaths for red team and this game's over. I have no idea how Zerat's killed the Anivia there. But that's gonna be better for blue team because red team can't stop this. No, 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 not the Warhorn. No, you need that. You need that to win. Oh. No, don't go in! Oh no, this is the one before! Oh, he's so dead! Oh my god, no! No, red team lost the game! Red team lost the game! They weren't even off Baron! You didn't have to engage that! They were already off Baron! You just had to wait for a Nivea! Oh my god! Oh my god, red team just lost the game. They're still throwing bodies at Burn. Now there's a teleport in! Oh my god, they don't want to win anymore. Oh, they're chucking this game straight out the window. Oh my god, this is a disaster. Okay, and if it comes back, she's strong, she knows it, she's full build. No, don't flash it! For the love of god! Oh my gosh, oh, okay. Amu dies, the Legendary Burn. That's gonna be an ace. What's it with you people? Just... What's with you people? Just don't do any of those things that happened in the last minute. Oh my god. They actually just lost the game. I cannot believe it. 15 minutes in. Elder's up in 1 minute. So many dead bodies on red team.
Blue team's inhibitor is respawning soon.
Honestly, it's I'm not sure if it was worth 50 minutes just to see that debacle. But it happened nonetheless. Master Yi completely switches his build. Because that's how rich he is. He's gonna go for Duskblade, Collector, Eye Edge, Death Dance. An item so bad it's no longer called out when you buy it. Will this new suit of armor be enough to take the Elder Dragon away? The game has to end here, right? Like, whoever guesses Elder is won. The boxes are in the pit. It's giving vision. They see everything. Ornn is engaging. He's onto the Jinx, but Jinx is not gonna die. Ornn will be the one to fall inside. Master Yi charges in headfirst into the pit. He's running out. He's not hitting anyone. He's just gonna die instantly. And the Elder's falling very low. The smite goes down. Elder secured by blue team. And against all odds, I think they just won this game. It's a 2 for 2, but it doesn't matter. They walk away with the grand prize. Rough. Tough. I mean, Amumu shouldn't be the person to be trash talking here. He still didn't really do much. He wasn't instrumental in their victory or anything. Their very impending victory. And here comes the Lucian. He's hand. He's going for it. He's been puked on. The clone is silenced. Jinx dies. Lucian flashes away. It's not enough. The burn goes in for the breath. He gets sniped from across the map, but both ADCs are down. And Nivea has been egged up because Elder Dragon. Now Master Yi will respawn. If these were smart people, they would wait out the Elder and go for one last team fight. But I think Red Team has shown that they are not smart people. And when one team is smacking Baron, common sense dictates that you abandon all logic and go in. They throw the clone in, which, you know, isn't the worst. They try for a miracle steal. It didn't work out. Probably the best he could hope for. 54 minutes in, this game is somehow still a thing. Just absurd how one team hasn't won yet. When I said this game was boring, I kind of meant it, and now it's kind of a fact. Somehow still almost perfectly even, when nobody can get any stronger than they are now. And this game is still going on. Oh my good lord. Just... I mean... What, is that gonna be another minute of neither team doing anything? You killed the Lucian. He's dead. They have no ADC. And you can kill Master Yi. He doesn't have enough QSSs to get past all of your stuff. There's 2 open inhibs. What are you doing up here for? It's a 5-on-4. You know what?
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Forget it. And maybe it's gonna zone us up to avoid getting killed by the DRS. Hard carrying, by the way. Does he have Gathering Storm? He doesn't. Imagine if he did. The clone is going to dissuade the push. Ever so slightly. This is it. I keep saying that, but this is it, right? Red team has no more fallbacks. It's now or never. You ace them, you push down mid, you win the game. Or you get aced, and you immediately lose. Master Yi pops a Highlander. He's ready to go for it. He is immediately gonna die. And that's gonna be the end of the game. I don't even need to cast the rest. I want to get out of here. That's gonna be a few more dunks from their ass. GG easy. Yes, yes, very easy. Shut the hell up, Hamu. You are contributing nothing of worth and value to this game. Just end the game. How does it still take you so long? This is a gold elo. 3 casts ago, I casted the bronze game cleaner than this. The GG Easies come out from the most BM player and the most fed player. Neither justified. Okay, now they're just showing off. I do not condone this. There we go. This travesty of a game ends 57.5 minutes in. Good lord.